What started off as a small lie, but then snowballed into, this is my life now. It started during my first week at a new school. I was the scrawny kid from suburbia trying to fit in at an inner-city school where everyone seemed tougher than me. During lunch, I was sitting alone when this group of older kids approached my table. The leader, Marcus, looked me up and down. You new here? He asked, not friendly. Yeah, I said, trying to sound confident. Where are you from? Instead of saying the suburbs, which would have marked me as an easy target, I panicked and said, East Side. East Side was the roughest part of the city. Marcus raised his eyebrows. East Side? You roll with anybody over there? My heart was pounding. I knew I should tell the truth, but something made me say, I'm with the Serpents. The Serpents were a notorious gang I'd heard about on the news. I figured it was vague enough that I could backtrack later. But Marcus's entire demeanor changed. He stepped back, suddenly respectful. Shit, man, why didn't you say so? My cousin used to run with them before he got locked up. Before I could correct him, he was introducing me to his crew as the new Serpent. For the rest of the day, kids who had been ignoring me were now nodding respectfully in the hallways. Teachers looked at me differently. Even the security guards seemed to watch me with more attention. I kept meaning to come clean, but the lie had given me something I'd never had before. Respect. People weren't messing with me anymore. The situation escalated when I got into a confrontation with Tyler, a senior who'd been bullying freshmen. He shoved me against my locker, and I expected to get beat up. Instead, his friend grabbed his arm. Dude, chill. That's the Serpent kid. Tyler immediately backed off. My bad, man. Didn't know you were connected. That's when I realized how deep I was in. Things got complicated when real gang members started showing up at school events. At a basketball game, this older guy with face tattoos approached me. You're the kid claiming Serpent? He asked. My mouth went dry. Yeah? He studied me for a long moment. You don't look like Serpent material. I thought I was about to get beaten up or worse. Instead, he laughed. I like you, kid. You got balls lying about being in a gang. Most people lie the other way. You're not going to hurt me? Nah, but you're gonna do something for me. That's how I became an accidental informant. This guy, who went by Snake, started asking me to report back about what was happening at school, which students were dealing, which teachers were snitches when security was strongest. I was terrified to refuse, but I also couldn't actually provide real information that might hurt people. So I started making up vague reports that sounded believable, but were mostly useless. Snake seemed satisfied with my intelligence, and I managed to avoid giving him anything that could actually harm anyone. But the real crisis came when actual Serpents started expecting me to prove my loyalty. During a school assembly about gang violence, I was sitting with my usual group when Snake texted me, smoke bomb in the gym, 3 minutes, show them you're one of us. My hands were shaking as I read the message. He wanted me to create a distraction during an anti-gang presentation. The irony wasn't lost on me. I had 3 minutes to decide, expose myself as a fraud and face the consequences, or participate in something that could get me expelled or arrested. I chose a third option. I stood up and walked to the front of the gym. Davis looked annoyed as I approached the microphone. I need to say something, I announced to the packed auditorium. I'm Jake Miller, and I'm not in a gang. The gym went dead silent. I could see Snake in the back, his face darkening. For the past 3 months, I've been pretending to be affiliated with the Serpents because I was scared and wanted respect. But I'm not a gang member. I'm just a kid from the suburbs who made a stupid decision. The reaction was immediate. Some kids were laughing. Others looked shocked. As I walked off the stage, something unexpected happened. Marcus, the kid who'd first confirmed my gang status, started clapping. Then others joined in. By the time I reached the seat, half the auditorium was applauding.